On this trip, we're staying at the Courtyard by Marriott in Tallahassee. This is the one off of Raymond Deal up by I-10. So not quite downtown, but more on the outskirts of town. We like this one because there's a Starbucks nearby. It's pretty close to the barn, and because there's also an Outback that you can walk to. So we can park the car and then just walk to dinner. But they've just updated this hotel. They have little porte cochere, so if it's raining, you don't have to get wet. And they've actually done a nice job converting it. I like that elevators in Florida have hand sanitizers. I think that that's something that is a huge benefit of the pandemic. One of the nice things about the room is even though there's a storm outside and it's quite dark outside, there is ample light inside. A lot of nice lighting options. You can see, as I mentioned, big storm has rolled through. But there is a nice little sofa area. And what's pretty cool about the sofa is that over in the corner, it actually has some outlets and USB ports so that you could charge your phone while you're watching television or just relaxing, which is pretty cool. And then there's the bed, which is really nice. And we have, of course, lights by the bed so that you can read. And then the TV is off to the side. There is a refrigerator right here, which we have already unloaded our cooler. Whoops, some carrots ran away. There we go. We always bring lots of juice and drinks and treats and BioLite when we go on these trips to see Vino. And it's nice to have a place that has a refrigerator. This room is next to the elevator, so I'm not sure if it's the standard room, but it is interesting because there is a long hallway. And then if I walk down the hallway, this is where you'll see the bathroom and sink and closet. And then if I keep going, this is where you will see the bed. And Jerry is lounging on the little chaise. I also like a hotel where the blackout curtains actually work and black out the light. So, whoops, get the blackout curtain. There we go. And I think we're gonna be good here because I left a little bit of light there, but if I close it all the way, no light. I like that the headboard is tufted and it's a little bit soft. It makes it comfortable when you're sitting in bed and reading or watching television. And it is easy to see the TV from the bed and from the little chaise that Jerry is sitting in. COVID was terrible, but it does have some advantages. Living in a post-COVID world, you do get antiseptic wipes with things like your remotes. So that is a nice touch. Then there is an ample closet. It's nice because it does have a spare blanket. I love a hotel that thinks about people like me who tend to get cold and leaves a spare blanket. So that's a nice option. Of course, we have the iron, hair dryer, plenty of hangers. I love a hotel with plenty of hangers. There is a floor length mirror on the inside of the closet door, which is a nice touch, and then plenty of room at the bottom for storage. So here we have the sink, and then that walks into a really huge bathroom with a lot of open space. Here is the shower. It's all been updated. So this particular Marriott, it's a Courtyard by Marriott actually, has been updated. And what's interesting is that Jerry pointed out that this used to have a bathtub. And there's a really funny stopper on the door. Let me take a closer look. See how there's a double door stop? So they had to extend it. And that's because when they first built this, it would have stopped at the bathtub, but now the bathtub would have been flush with this wall over here. But because the bathtub isn't there and it's not flush anymore and it's recessed, they had to add this extension to the doorstop, which I have never seen a doorstop extension in my life. So clever way to solve the problem. Over at the sink, they have a cleansing bar, they have a makeup remover, and then one of my personal favorites, Avapui shampoo, and the detangler by Paul Mitchell. Gary always likes to have a cup of coffee before starting his day, and they do have in-room coffee makers. Not all hotels have them, believe it or not, but this one does. And then they have this Rainforest Blend dark roast coffee, which is actually pretty decent. And then they also have an ice bucket with the little bags in case you need to go get ice. We will need ice for our cooler later on, so this is handy. Hotel has a pretty nice indoor pool. And there's a decent fitness center with some free weights and some treadmills, a bike, and an elliptical trainer. And the fitness room also has this nice towel station and a hydration station, which is super handy. I also like to make sure there's a decent ice machine, and this one's quite nice. I've already filled up one bag and it's pretty